All right, let's get started. It's time to Samba our way to the start of game number 1 here in the southeast position, day 9.
Number 2?
Number 2 is what I totally meant to say. We did not go back in time. You did not step into a DeLorean and go 88 miles an hour. You did not see serious shit. At least not yet, day 9. Here in the southeast position as the blue Protoss is LGIM first.
And up in the top left, down 0-1, showing some robo openings that didn't quite pan out, but fortunately, he's on a comfortable, familiar map. It's going to be on it's going to be ESC's Daisy. And, you know, on Antigua Shipyard, I think that one of the most standard stable builds is going to be your 2-gate expand. You go Stalker, and then add on 2 more Stalkers, and then you add on a pair of sentries and expand and get another pair of sentries, and you can still construct your robotics facility at 6 minutes. It's a very, very comfortable defensive play, and considering there aren't a lot of places to hide pylons on this map, it's probably what I would be doing here.
Well, and First does have that slight advantage of being able to be 1 game up on his opponent in a best of 5, where being 1 game up in a best of 3 doesn't necessarily give you the same level of flexibility. Of course, this is still Protoss versus Protoss that we're talking about, and so that flexibility is certainly limited in a lot of ways, shapes, and forms. With that being said, looks like the assimilator is going to go down about the same time for both of these players, just as they hit 14 going into 15. As the gateways finish up, you know, First probably much more comfortable going into this. So it should be noted as well, ESC.Daisy, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Germany where ESC.Daisy is currently studying and living. So as we mentioned earlier, you know, obviously LGIM First having the benefit of getting to play with all the amazing IM players. It does limit ESC.Daisy a little bit on, you know, his practice potential being in the location that he's in. It certainly doesn't make him any less of a player, but some people who are not aware of that, you know, might be nice to know.
Now, interestingly, we see both players going no gas and a Zealot. Almost always we would see a second gas up by now if they were wanting to go for something like Phoenix or this or that. All right, there's the gas going down for ESC's Daisy. So First is going to put poke in here and see this. Wow, and there's the second gas going down for First. This does kind of look like an odd stop-and-go 2-gate build from both players, where you end up constructing a second gateway right around now-ish, but it's very possible. Pretty much any opening out of either of the players. Nothing too revealing, but both of them certainly are going to want to chrono boost out that first Stalker, because you just need to get that space control and deflect that early probe.
Yeah, I mean, really the only difference between what we're seeing here between these two players is an additional chrono boost was thrown down on the Psy-Core of First, and he's still got quite a bit of energy, so we'll be keeping a close eye. A supply block for Daisy, it means that that second Stalker is not getting out right away. There the pylon finishes up, and he will get that up. But the probe already on his way out with the Stalker and the Zealot following. There's no second Zealot here for First, however. He's putting that chrono onto the Warp Gate research.
Wow, a total role reversal. It looks like we're seeing the frickin' Stargate out of Daisy now. That's a surprise. And now we're seeing the 3-gate Robo out of First. This is looking a lot like an early Warp Prism Zealot play. Oh, this is going to turn into a real nutty game if that's the case, Marcus. It looks like a little bit of pushing action in the middle, but I cannot wait to see the clash between this Robo and Stargate play. Ordinarily, you'd look in Daisy's shoes and think, yep, he's the one who's going to have a little bit of the edge here. He's doing a little bit of a different variant on this early Phoenix play, delaying his gateways, but getting 3 total, and there it looks like the Phoenix about to pop out, and there's the Warp Prism, Marcus. Wow!
Yeah, I mean, almost immediately, Sean, and you know, what this certainly tells us is that there'll be this interesting situation where if the Phoenixes get out and are not in a position, the Warp Prism will be very effective. Only the 1 gateway for Daisy to work off of, and most of his gateway units are up here in the front. A big question for me is, will First try to avoid that center? As you can see there, the Warp Prism going out on the side. He can use these Stalkers as a huge distraction. He won't have them in the initial attack, but this this could turn out to be really fantastic, depending on just how map aware Daisy is going to be with this Warp Prism incoming.
Daisy's actually going to be going for the all-in style play from the Phoenixes, where you try to just get the Phoenixes up, bust down the front door. But here comes first. He has the 4 Zealots loaded up. He's about halfway down on the recharge energy on those Zealots. But no, it looks like Daisy's Phoenixes are in the wrong position. There comes in the Warp Prism. Immediately, Daisy has to get a warp in round in the main base. Where are those Phoenixes? Oh no, all his Stalkers are on the low ground. He must kill off the Warp Prism. He absolutely must, and then he's going to have to lift up everything in the main base. He gets the Warp Prism down, but not before 3 Stalkers are up in his main.
Yeah, I mean, the damage is being done here, no doubt, as well. We're going to, oh, this pylon is going to take out a few of these gateways as well. And most certainly a lot of stuff is going to die. Oh my gosh, he's going to get rid of most of it. He might actually get all 3 of the pylons powering the base. And so much damage is being done right now. The Zealot's still killing probes as well.
A brilliant targeting of first. I mean, the Phoenixes and the Stalkers in the main are decimating the army of first, but my god. I mean, Daisy is in an atrocious position. Daisy down to 17 probes and supply blocked and cannot build gateways. First has been chrono boosting out as many probes as he can. Now has a 6 probe lead. Tremendous at this early stage of the game. At this point, Daisy, look at that nice nab on that Stalker in mid-map. Daisy has a tremendous timing window to do a pushback. If he can get in 1 warp and round of additional Stalkers, I actually think that might close the game out for Daisy.
Well, we'll see as we have a probe moving up here now. For every single graviton beam left on this Phoenix, there are only, I believe, 2 pickups. So it's just 1 right now. A second one is going to be coming. He's got to be very careful as to not lose any of these Phoenixes. I do believe he'll need every single one of them in these battles just to get rid of some of these units. And is another warping going to come out? We did have a few more Zealots coming in. Nothing out of the robotics facility, but it looks like most certainly Daisy's going to go for it without a supporting pylon, though, Sean.
Oh, this is going to be an extremely tough angle to come hit at. I mean, this is a little bit of a desperation maneuver from Daisy. I think he should just fall back and rely on the Phoenix harassment. He hasn't once tried to poke into the worker line and kill anything off. Excellent reaction timing there by first pulling that probe. Daisy now. Just staying idle with the Phoenixes, you can't do that. You have to start bringing the noise with them, and you can't expect to be someone who just busts down the front door, pick off probes, Daisy.
Yeah, and he's actually kept the sentry kind of hidden here just a little bit, and now he's going to start making a move for it, but the advantage still in first position, watching out, making sure to not get lifted by the Phoenixes, all of them with plenty of energy to be able to supplement in this battle, and another Stalker is going to be warped in. We do have this supporting pylon, but off of 1 base is even built in it. He did build quite a few probes to try to bring that back, but there we see the Warp Prism heading out yet again with all the Phoenixes right here. If he just holds off, he can get another massive attack out.
Oh, Marcus is a Phoenix lover. It pains me to see these Phoenixes sitting idly with the Stalkers doing frickin' nothing. Why are they not engaging the probe line? The probe lead is not that tremendous, and easily Daisy could sweep in, pick off 4 or 5 probes, put the worker lead in to his favor, but now we see the Zealots from first warping, and look at this clever pylon placement from first, just enough to get the Zealots actively attacking Daisy's main.
And we almost see 1 Phoenix going down, but these Zealots going to be coming in right now. And what does he do? We just had a warp in over here. Daisy, does he have any additional warp ins running? No, the probe's going in for a surround. The Zealots actually not attacking right away, and we have the attack at the front.
There it looks like the big push coming up. The Phoenix is trying to lift something, but Daisy getting caught at a perfect concave first, just ripping this apart with ease. The food instantly tipping in the favor of the blue Protoss player, and in the main base, we see the Warp Prism. Oh, all the probes were not mining for Daisy. He had absolutely nothing there, and just a single Zealot warp in from first is enough to throw Daisy off.
But so much damage already done. And GG, he knows the front door was not answered, and, well, maybe first did answer.